So we want to talk a little bit about this old story, the George Zimmerman, Trayvon Martin case. We still hear people like Farrakhan in the media and whatnot, people like that talking about, you know, Trayvon Martin, like, like I don't know what you think that people are supposed to do because George Zimmerman was exonerated and he was proven innocent. So, as far, in my opinion, developed on the story, I believe, my opinion is that um, Trayvon actually tried to pull Zimmerman had a gun on him, but didn't even pull the gun out until um, the gun didn't come out and it wasn't pulled by Zimmerman. Is what I'm trying to say. Martin reached for it and pulled it out of Zimmerman's side. So he knew the guy had it. So I don't know if maybe he was trying to jack Zimmerman for the gun. Maybe he wanted his gun. Somehow maybe he knew Zimmerman had the gun, but I thought of Zimmerman possibly being targeted. So if you targeted and the criminals are successful, that's one thing. But now I don't know what you expect people to do if they are attacked by somebody else. Are we supposed to um, like just like give in to our and be subjected to our attackers to an attack and let them have their way with us? Is that what, that's not how I was taught. I was taught to if you have a fighting chance, to take your fighting chance in a situation like that. If somebody is trying to jump you or kill you or trying to rob you or something. But anyways, I do feel that it is a sad situation that somebody had to die, and maybe there was something else that could have been done, but it's really more on George Zimmerman's side of something needing to have been addressed and dealt with. Are you sure it's not more um, on the child, the person, the kid, the teenager side um, of the spectrum that he really needed to have some resolve in his life, and some other things to have changed that situation? I believe that Trayvon could have had more of an ability to have um, protected himself or stopped that situation than George Zimmerman could have, especially if he was proven to have been George Zimmerman's attacker. So not only that, but they showed also, um, uh, and the other reason why Zimmerman got off is because they showed that Trayvon would have had to actually come around and snuck up behind George Zimmerman. So um, he was uh, assaulted Zimmerman on the ground and was like in a choke. He was gonna choke Zimmerman out or something like that. So um, anyways, George Zimmerman was just lucky that he was able to um, maintain his firearm and get it um, himself, and instead of being, um, because I don't know that necessarily Trayvon wanted to kill him, but because I mean, you're gonna rob him for the gun and then kill him too, and then you don't think, maybe he thought he was gonna get away with killing Zimmerman. I don't know, but it kind of developed an opinion, in my opinion, that they want to defend people who think that they have the right to. I mean, you can talk all the bullshit that you want, but as far as whenever it goes to actually physically, um, trying to do something to somebody else, like sneak up around their car and jump them from behind, or, beat them up, have them on the ground, try and choke them out and stuff like that. So they're trying to say that, I don't know if it's like a race thing necessarily, like, um, they want us to try to act like, black people have the right to, um, do whatever they want and get away with it. But if you kill one of them, a black person, for trying to, rob you or anything like that, they're going to defend them, because it doesn't matter if a white person tries to rob you and you kill them, the cops are gonna, do their investigation, and then you don't have the media and these race baiting politicians like Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, these pieces of garbage, coming out and making a race thing about it, about why this black kid got killed. So we're not talking about a couple of the other incidences in the media, what the media's helped try to escalate because they make money off of it or something, I guess. I don't know exactly what the strategy or the point is, but it seems like they might be helping the government out too with some of the, things that the stories that they're telling you. Oh, there's George Zimmerman, guy, um, he freaking went and found Trayvon. He went and chased Trayvon down or something like that. That's what they're trying to say. And Trayvon Martin was innocent. He had nothing to do with it. He was an innocent bystander. So, um, like I said, if Trayvon were white, it would not have even been an issue in the media at all. And perhaps if Zimmerman was darker skinned, we already know he was Mexican, so they're trying to say like he's this white guy, but he's actually Mexican, killed this black guy. It's all about race. So, but if Zimmerman was black, Martin was black, it would not have been an issue in the media either. So the media helped them lie and distort the truth just to um, make a bunch of people that complain and basically um, a bunch of liars, a bunch of storytellers. They don't know the truth from from probably their butthole. So they're trying to go in here deliberately, and they know for a fact what a lie is, though, and they love telling a lie. They can't wait to go and tell you their version of how George Zimmerman didn't really you know defend himself, didn't really have a broken nose. you know George Zimmerman's face was not obliterated by Trayvon Martin. You know what I mean? If it were up to the media and the government, the college Democrat politicians like Obama and these Al Sharptons and race baiters and stuff, they would probably go and doctor Zimmerman's face up real quick and then put like makeup on him. Like seriously, this is how deviant these guys are. Just so that they would take away the fact that he was attacked. And they're willing to abuse somebody like that who obviously was attacked, you know, and use them for some political deviancy to get some kind of way. Um, so yeah, he pulled Zimmerman's gun. It's pretty sad, but it sounds like he also, in our opinion, my opinion, I believe that he also snuck up behind Zimmerman. Um, so I don't know if they're trying to say, in particular, that black people should be allowed to rob us if we're white or something like that. But obviously, you see that if there was not a couple of true details or facts that in our society was able to make aware to the public, so it wasn't like in communist China where they can just hide that shit right there and tell you whatever the hell they want to tell you. We're lucky that we had some part of the story that like CNN and MSNBC tried to distort and lie to everybody to try to make Zimmerman look guilty, to be able to not leave that out and be restrained completely. But still, it took all of the like conservative or more along the line of getting to the bottom line of the right issues. Media address that and basically say, oh, this is what they doctored in the video when they took George Zimmerman down to the police station. The media actually, MSNBC or CNN, I think they both did it. All the liberal Democrat like leaning medias doctored the footage themselves and took um, crucial pieces out of there that obviously would have dawned on anybody that there was a serious altercation there, and that somebody could have possibly been more so fighting for their life than actually trying to even get into a confrontation with another human being. So we're just gonna show this real quick. Here's your Zimmerman, 5'7", nationality American, and then he's a Hispanic. And then he's Trayvon Martin. And he's 17 and he's 5'11". That's um that's my height. I'm 5'11". Yeah. Well, he's a little bit taller than that, but it is. I'm just like thinking like these guys are like, what? You think it's fair that a black guy should be able to come up? They should be allowed to smack women, or white women, right? And should be able to come up and punch a Hispanic or a white person or anybody else that's not black in their face, or to sneak up behind them and try and rob them or whatever it was, whatever whatever Martin was trying to do there. Pretty much sounded like a thwarted plan to me on Martin's side. Martin got a thwarted thing happen there. So now, dude, now I'm like, I was sincere when I said I was um sorry about the guy dying, right? But they are those Jesse Jackson, those race baiters and Farrakhan, are they really sad that Trayvon Martin died? Like they're acting like they knew the guy. Like they went down and they went down and had dinner with him in his little apartment with his dad, before he was killed. And this Farrakhan just can you believe what these guys, what Zimmerman did to Trayvon Martin? Does he really care that Trayvon Martin really died? I mean, I doubt it. I doubt that it even clicks like that to him. But he'll come out and he'll make everybody believe like he's like super concerned, that what happened here to Trayvon Martin here. But see, obviously, what I'm seeing is he's just trying to make his case there. I'm just trying to make a case for like um the to point these things out, and these race baiters, basically race baiting media. So you have the special attorney. She's like an appointed special attorney, Angela Corey. Um, I think it made her look really bad. Like she's gonna push this thing where she knows she cannot be that stupid. Angela Corey cannot be that much of a blatant idiot to not know the facts of the case. So here she is, here she is pretending like she pretending like she knows she's got all the facts in here, and what she's really doing is she's she's just basically trying to help the left's agenda on their gun control issue. She's from the left and believes that we don't have the right to have a gun to protect ourselves. So, what does that make her look like? I can't believe that, I voted for Rick Scott. I'll vote for him again. I like the guy, but I'm just like, I'm wondering why, how come he has not fired this lady? How come he has not, like, made it, um, so this lady loses her license to practice. So she couldn't even practice in the state of Florida. Because honestly, this and a couple of other things that I've seen happen, it doesn't make the Florida bar look very decent to me. However, like, you have to be some freaking scholar, scientist, or anything like that. You can have a high school diploma probably and pass uh, the Florida bar with a high school diploma or a GED. It sounds that lame to me. Whenever I look at different individual cases like this and some other things, maybe some couple personal things that I've seen in courts and the way things have happened here at Transpired, I believe that they have a weak bar system for attorneys in the state of Florida. I have a very weak opinion of the Florida bar, and I'm wondering how come somebody who is that intelligent, I think is that stand up of a guy, was not necessarily a politician. We got that in Rick Scott. He wasn't a career politician. He was a business guy, somebody who we on this particular frequency that we're on here, um, you know, like to see in government and in our politics. We said we want to see all of them, Republicans and Democratic politicians, go away. Let business-minded people and successful military career people in the government for a change, like Donald Trump and people like my father who served 22 years in the Marines. So make him your, make him this state attorney and place him with her. I mean, my father could do any of these jobs way better than any of these people. And I think so could Donald Trump. So, and that's why I appreciate Rick Scott so much because he looks a lot like those different people when he had so many establishment, like they're talking about Trump right now, establishment. They had people, and I seen it because I was here, and I said it from the beginning that I was for Rick Scott. I wasn't for McCollum. Way back when, and I helped Rick Scott from all the way back then. And I said I wanted that's the type of change that I wanted to see in our government, and they got that, and they're doing well. They're they're not going to have abuses going on here, and Rick Scott has helped prove what I said back then was right. I was correct. For whatever reason, the establishment people didn't want a successful billionaire to come in and be their state governor for crying out loud. No, you gotta bankrupt it, you know? You have to trash it and ruin it for everybody or whatever they're trying to do, but it's a Democrat, complete Democrat agenda. That's why this Angela Corey looks so stupid. And, I mean, you got a problem with me saying she's stupid? Well, please forgive me. She's a complete imbecile. She, Angela Corey, goes in there day after day, looking like a complete idiot. Okay, in this George Zimmerman case, and she fought this thing to the end, nail into it to the end. She would not quit. Take up a more of a better case, like the case in Jacksonville where the guy shot those black teens. The thing is, it could have been self-defense there too, but the thing is the gentleman shot somebody and he did not call the authorities. He walked away like he shot somebody and it was gonna be fine. Maybe he didn't think he shot somebody. Maybe he didn't know because he shot into the car. But I don't know how anybody couldn't have heard that one. But here's a case where truly it was a mistaken identity or whatever it was. It was actually the reverse roles. It was backwards. George Zimmerman was really defending himself, and this lady to known tooth, and it comes down to Democrat strategy. What she is to take our guns away from us. So she's gonna say, oh well, even if he was attacked, okay, still he killed somebody, you know. And the law says that if somebody attacks you, you have the right to kill that person. So, I don't know exactly where all these people are getting to, but they want to radically change, even though they lost this case, they're still going to push, daily to try to take, stand your ground out of the state, they want to put propaganda, anti-gun messages and everything else. People are like, oh, you can't talk about that. You can't do that. So it's just, it's really weak. It's completely un-American, and I cannot believe that they actually let these people that are so anti-American. You're gonna say, "Oh, they're American." How? It's an American. It's yeah. The gun rights and all that is an American thing, and you're gonna try to say we're different than we used to be or something like that. How many people do you have here with guns? You know, all I can say is, definitely, it was sad that the boy died, and that they all, even the guy's own father or parents, uh, used his death to gain publicity and to, and they used him. They just used it, and they ran with it, and that's just completely vile and evil. So I don't know what else you want to do, but I guarantee you that that Louis Farrakhan's and President Obama's and people shitheads like that are not gonna run around without any protection. And not only that, but they're not going to be proven that somebody didn't attack them if somebody attacked them, you know. So it's just a waste of money, you know. That's another good reason to get rid of people like Angela Corey too, like that, and nip this shit in the bud and prosecute the media for lying and distorting the truth like that. See, now when they lied on the story and they cut that much of the film footage out of that, whoever did that intentionally and all the people involved should have been facing, and somebody, at least the ringleader of it, should have got 5 years in prison. And the government should have made them wait 5 years they like give you parole after a certain amount of time. They should put them in for 5 years, 5 years square, and at the end of 5 years, let them out. No parole or anything like that. Just 5 years flat for flat out lying to us like that. Because it's highly toxic. It's always been a concern to me about people lying. Um, I don't have any room in my life. We don't. None of these people that I know or anywhere near me um, would lie to you. They all understand the consequences and how dangerous it is to do that and how it comes back to haunt you. But we're dealing with people like them and Obama, the top guy out there. They want like Hillary Clinton or any of these other guys. They're liars. They're some of the biggest liars. They think that their lies can just keep going and going and going. And with the help of the media and all that, they've got this lie thing wrapped up. But I'm telling you, I make it a driving force if they want to throw law at you, throw your ass in jail, send the cops over to your fucking house or whatever they want to do. I really am staunchly uh, here fighting every single day against these lies and against people lying to you. Why the hell do you have that's so important that you have to lie to me for? What the hell did I do to deserve to be lied to? You're going to make up shit in your head. People are, and these politicians and why they're doing what they're doing, they're going to make an excuse in their head on why they can do it, why they should get away with it, and why it's okay, and how they're going to get away with it also. So it's quite baffling to me whenever I'm under the impression I understand completely, in my opinion, solidly formed around that a lie is so impactful that there's no way you can get out of it. How do you possibly think you're gonna lie to somebody and it's not gonna come back to haunt you? It's not gonna come back and bite you on your ass. I have no idea. But here we are years later, we were still talking about these issues because it's a thought in my mind and I just wanted to kind of process it out a little bit, vent, and explain myself a little bit to the scenario on this and what I seen, what I see in the media, and that's kind of basically my perception of it all.